Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and we are back for a new Game of Thrones reaction video. And this time, we are kicking off Season 3, Episode 1, Valar Dohaeris. And I am once again joined by my co-host, Tyler. Hey, Tyler.
How's it going? We've made it to season 3 already.
Woo! We
So,
are up to season 3. So, season 2 saw the battle of the kings, the 5 kings, and by the end of it, the two Baratheon kings basically fell. One died, the other lost his attack on King's Landing. So, Joffrey remains king with the Lannisters still in control of King's Landing. Daenerys got her baby dragons back and made out with some good loot from Karth and is now moving forth in her journey. Jon is going to meet the Wildling King, a new king that we have yet to see but have heard lots about.
all of the kings in this show.
Rob is now a married man to Talisa, and Catelyn is under strict watch. Arya is on an adventure with Gendry and Hot Pie on her way to hopefully find her brother and her mother. Tyrion is now demoted, no longer Hand of the King, which now goes to Tywin Lannister. Joffrey has pushed Sansa to the side and is now going to marry Marjorie Tyrell. And Bran, Rickon, Osha, and Hodor are on the move north to get away from Winterfell. And finally, we saw the army of the Whites and White Walkers heading towards the wall. So that was basically how we ended off season 2. And I am super excited to get into one of my favorite seasons, season 3. So let's go ahead and get into this season premiere.
Oh, we're not starting with the themes?
Starting with the themes.
We're just starting with White Walkers murdering people, I guess.
Starting with some type of action here.
I guess season 3 is a shift. We're not even going right into the theme, and we're just gonna go right to Samwell running for his life. I mean, he got away at least. I mean,
Yeah.
at least, unless the snow takes him, he's looking really cold.
Brother.
Brother, or is it?
I can't. I've seen enough zombie movies in my day to not trust anything.
Oh. Well,
run.
Samwell.
That doesn't look human. That outline. What is Samwell's obsession with not running?
Yay, ghost!
I mean, wonder where he
Yay!
is. He's on fire now.
Oh, okay, somebody else came. Yay, Lord Commander!
Mormon. Somehow, Samwell has survived.
Your only job.
Your only job, man. What a way to open the season.
I do have to say, you like Samwell because he's just like this lovable type, but he's kind of useless.
Honestly, I mean, I feel bad saying that because it's like
when you see him like just laying there like staring as Ghost is like trying to hold the White Walker.
He is just like accepting of his death.
You gotta help a little bit, man. You gotta kick or get up, move something.
Like I guess he just freezes. He just doesn't know what to do. He just goes in the shock.
New place asked for.
Oh, yeah, it looks nice. A little animatic.
Another one of poor Maester Lewin's theories was wrong. Said all the giants were gone.
It's looking like a lot of things he said was wrong. I wouldn't want one of those to become a White Walker, I'll tell you that. Like, it's over. Oh, I'm assuming he's not actually the king.
Why do you want to join us, Jon Snow?
That is a good question.
I want to fight for the side that fights for the living. We'll need to find you a new cloak.
Yay! Jon Snow gets the wildling makeover.
Will you let me in?
Don't do it.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
If I wanted to kill you, do you think I'd let a wooden door stop me?
I guess that's a good point. I guess.
Oh, Cersei.
You take the axe anyway, just in case.
I wanted to see your face.
He really likes to try and use that back lady has on his back.
Always ready with that little blade.
I'm a knight now.
Oh man.
Knights are worth double. I don't even know how much I'm paying you now. Which means you can afford it.
I guess that's a good point. he wants that pay raise. Is that Davos? It is! Yay, he lives!
Like Castaway.
I was saying he's just chilling on a rock in the ocean. Guess what? Was he the only survivor? Like, damn.
Who knows? Apparently, Stannis didn't bother to look around.
That's what I mean. He just
He
left
just
everybody.
hightailed it out of there.
Yeah, he didn't care if there was anyone alive. He just minded his own.
Oh, the pirate.
Oh, thank God.
You cannot turn Stannis against her.
Maybe not, but I could carve her heart out.
You could try.
I don't know. He's seen her do some crazy shit. I don't know if he wants to try that.
They'll burn you.
There won't be a siege. The mountain can't defend a ruin.
I imagine the mountain will defend.
Rob's getting stuff done now as a married man.
Lannisters have been running from us since Oxcross.
He's on the move.
The men
He
would
gets
have a
married,
fight.
now he's got to leave. On the
I don't
move.
think we're going to get one.
That's a big old army. Doesn't look too good.
Well, this is where Arya just was.
That's what I mean. Good thing she left. Means that they were so close to each other at one point.
No. Stark is still salty about Jaime getting set free.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him.
Find her a chamber that will serve as a cell.
We're still locking her up. Oh, someone's alive. I'm surprised anybody survived and all that.
The badge looks good on you. Almost as good as it looked on me.
The saltiness.
You chose to spend your days, as you always have, bedding harlots and drinking with thieves.
I mean, he got stuff done.
Drank with the harlots.
Jugglers and singers require applause.
Put some respect on Tyrion's name. I mean, come on.
You want Casterly Rock.
It is mine, by right.
You guys make a good point, I guess.
And I would let myself be consumed by maggots before mocking the family name and making you heir to Casterly Rock. Why?
What a jerk.
You ask that? You who killed your mother to come into the world?
Oh.
You are
I
a
mean,
villain,
I don't think that's his
frightful
fault.
little creature.
You know?
Full of envy, lust, and low cunning. Go now.
Well, I guess we're really seeing a lot of Tywin's true colors
Speak
this
no more
episode.
of your rights to Casterly Rock.
Nicer to Arya than his own son.
I know, like at least him and Arya had some good conversations. He's just like, read Tyrion to
One more
filth
thing.
and told him to go
Uh-oh,
away.
One more thing.
Oh God.
The
So
next
good.
four I cut in your bed, I'll hang.
Come on, really?
Got everything Tyrion did. That's all he chose to see.
Please, Lord Baelish, tell me what to do. Tell me when.
Now she wants to
I'm waiting
leave?
for word on
I
an
mean,
assignment that will take me far away from the capital.
Watch out for her with him.
well, I can agree with Roz on that one. I don't trust Littlefinger ever. Oh, that dragon is bigger now.
He's flying.
Yeah, he is. Big as hell now, too. Oh man, they're
Oh.
diving and crap now. Oh, he got some fish.
I do not judge people for the gods they worship. If I did, I'd have thrown you in the sea before you ever set foot on Dragonstone.
I'm not your enemy.
You are my enemy.
She's the
Was it
devil.
me you fell in love with then? But I wasn't there. Because you convinced your king to leave me behind.
Now they're gonna have their own squabble.
What I told your son is true. Death by fire is the purest death.
Get her. Stannis is just like, what's the right word? Whipped. this little like portable like bunker thing. No, he's like, screw
They
that.
Move it.
Yeah, move along. They don't like me.
Whenever you look at this night, I want you to remember your father.
How sweet. Like a little action figure kind of thing. That was surprisingly a very sweet moment in this show. Joffrey is like, what is this kindness thing that she's doing?
I've never seen someone do such a thing.
That's what I mean, kindness. What is this kindness?
Sit. That's a lovely gown, my lady.
Cersei just death glaring people.
Facts become less and less important to her as she grows older. Our lives were never truly in danger.
Jeez.
We can't all have a king's bravery.
Oh.
She threw that shade right back. Let's do it.
Tell the good master there is no need.
Okay. This Rick just cutting his nipple off and everything.
Don't need nipples.
Cut this man's nipple off and he just was okay with it. I'm not liking this dude very much. Oh no. Ooh. Ooh. Gross looking bug. Little evil girl. I thought we were gonna be friends. She had to go and like try and assassinate her, do all this crazy Assassin's Creed like stuff.
You know this man?
I know him. And as the Lord Commander of Robert Baratheon's Kingsguard. King, I am Barristan Selmy. Allow me to join your Queen's Guard, and I will not fail you again.
Jorah's gonna have some competition. So he's like, drats.
Did you recognize Old Man at the end?
No, I will be honest.
So he is the one.
Once he said who it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, he's
the guy that
Joffrey
he
fired.
sent away?
Yeah, the old
the
man.
one he sent away?
Yes.
I forgot,
that threw
yeah.
down all his crap and left Joffrey behind.
That's right. Now that you said that, it rung a bell. Yeah, because they tried to give him like a little island or nice little place to live and retire forcibly. And he said no.
And now he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the competition. You don't want me?
Yeah.
I'm going to the competition.
He saved her from a creepy looking scorpion thing.
All right. Well, this episode, we saw pretty much everyone, almost everyone at least. We started off right where we left off with season 2 with Samwell on the run. And he comes across another white in the snow. The rest of the Night's Watch are close by, and Ghost comes out and takes that white down before he kills Sam. And they find out that Samwell didn't send the ravens, so nobody knows that the White Walkers are on the way. So they're heading back to the wall to try to alert all the living people that the dead are among them. So how did you feel about that opening sequence?
I mean, I like the sequence as a whole. I mean, it was a really great way to open up the season because I was surprised because usually I'm used to opening up with the intro to the show. And then they actually go pick up basically right where we left off last season. Samwell running away and being very incompetent, unfortunately, just letting this stuff just come after him, even after Ghost comes in and saves the day. And then Mormont and all them, they just light it on fire. And then you find out also they didn't let anybody know that they were coming. It's a lot of really bad ineptitude for Samwell. I was disappointed for Sam.
One of the things that has never really been answered and has been like a point of speculation is why that White Walker on the horse didn't kill Samwell.
That's what I mean.
So he
Because
looked right, well, presumably looked right at him and just went on and let him live. So the two theories, I guess, are one that, like in the very first episode, they let that one guy go, runs back and gets beheaded by Ned Stark in the very first episode. Maybe it's to send a message to spread the fear, like they thrive off of the spreading of the fear. So letting Samwell, he didn't pose a threat to them, so they thought, let him go and spread fear amongst the living. The other one was that it was just for dramatic effect, and they had the White Walker look into the camera for the audience rather than him actually looking at Samwell. So those are like the two theories, because I always wondered too, I was like, why would they not kill Sam? I don't understand. But
there's so many of them. I mean, not even just the lead one, but all of them. There's so many. And then we did see, and then we see a little bit, later on when he falls down and, checks that corpse. And then you see they're going to kill him anyway. Looks like
yeah, this other one was going to kill him. He was ready.
He didn't care about whatever. No fear installation here. We're just going to murder you.
Well, then we did see Jon Snow get to the wildling camp and meet Mance Rayder, the king beyond the wall. And also we met Tormund Giantsbane, who he initially mistakens to be the king. But Mance basically is like, why do you want to be here with us? Jon says it's because the Lord Commander knew what Craster was doing, and it kind of made him lose faith in what the Night's Watch was about. So, how'd you feel about our quick scene with Jon meeting Mance Rayder and Ygritte and all of that?
I thought it was fine. I mean, I get where he's coming from when it comes to, I guess, wanting to be the hero, do the right thing, especially since it seems like Craster and all them. It seems like the Night Watch in general wasn't really the right fit for him. I guess we'll see where it leads when it comes to him, I guess, getting his new threads, because he's going to drop the Night's Watch threads and he's going to become a wildling. So that's kind of fun.
Then we go back to King's Landing, where Cersei comes to have another little battle of the wits with Tyrion.
Always.
Tyrion goes and has a vicious conversation with his father Tywin.
I know, it was too much.
How'd you feel about Tyrion this episode?
I mean, I always liked Tyrion. I mean, his battle of the wits, no matter who he's speaking to, whether it's Cersei or Bronn or even his dad. I mean, he's always entertaining. I guess it's just a shame that he's getting no respect for what he did, and not even just the fact he's not getting any respect, he's getting dragged through the mud in the process. It's the fact I will give you no respect, and I will also clown on you in the process, like his dad did. So that was kind of unfortunate. I mean, Tywin, like I said, Tywin Lannister doesn't seem like anyone who actually likes anybody. He kind of just, is this, he kind of just uses people, or whatever benefits him, because he seems like very self-centered, selfish kind of person. And I guess it kind of showed that here, threatening to murder Shay, I guess, in a sense, or the next whore that's in the bed that he's with.
Speaking of Shay, we did see her kind of hanging out with Sansa, saying that their relationship is going well, their little mini friendship there, when Littlefinger arrives, and that kind of pushes Sansa to say, okay, get me out of here. Tell me what to do, tell me where to go, and I will leave this place with you. When Shay and Roz have a little bit of a conversation, and Roz tells Shay, don't trust her with him. So how'd you feel about that sequence?
Well, I agree with that statement. Why would you trust Littlefinger? Especially because he's so shady. And I feel like there's just, in their conversations, when I mean conversations, I mean the conversations between Littlefinger and Sansa so far, it seems like it's kind of like a creepy kind of undertone to it. I mean, obviously we do know that he loved her mom, Catelyn. So it's, I guess, because Catelyn shot her down, maybe this is like the next best thing for him to try. I mean, I feel like she should have went with the Hound. So...
And Littlefinger continues to wheel and deal Arya when he literally has no idea where she is.
I feel like that's the
dead,
problem.
If she's alive, he's sitting there telling Sansa about her sister. Sansa thought Arya was dead, and he has no clue.
The info that some of these characters get, it's either inaccurate on purpose or inaccurate on accident.
Yeah.
So it's just, not surprising. It's going to be, I don't know what he's going to say when he's wheeling and dealing and they get there and then Arya's not around. But,
Well, then finally in King's Landing, we saw or Queen-to-be, I suppose, Marjorie, mingling amongst the poor folks. She went to the children of a lot of the soldiers who had died in the battle, kind of comforting them. If you need anything like clothes or food or whatever, come to me directly and I'll make sure you get what you need, and hands out toys. And Joffrey is just like scandalized, terrified for his life, watching all of this happen. Then we get back to the castle, and Cersei is not.
No, she was like full on head tilt, throwing shade the whole time at the dinner table.
And Joffrey shows a little bit of conflicted nature there. How did you feel about everything with Marjorie, Loras, Cersei, and Joffrey?
I was actually genuinely kind of surprised, like just having that kind of sweet moment. I guess because overall so far in this show, Game of Thrones doesn't have a lot of like sweet moments like that. Usually more gloom and doom, kind of deathly kind of situations. I thought that was really nice. I mean, it seems like at least Marjorie's intentions are not lies. It seems like she is being genuine when it comes to it and trying to be a good, I guess, almost queen. She's not a queen yet, so a nice thing for her to do. I mean, I don't know how long that's going to last because it's a conflict probably being nice when you are around the Lannisters. But I guess we'll see how long it lasts. Or maybe, I mean, I hope that she doesn't suffer in this sense because Joffrey and Cersei and all that, especially Cersei, I guess, in this case, not taken too kindly to people being nice in their kingdom and King's Landing.
Well, then we did see just a little bit of Robb Stark as they marched into Harrenhal, where Tywin Lannister, as well as Arya, just were. And it was just like a graveyard for
Basically.
northern men, his soldiers. And then Robb sends his mom off to jail.
Literally, just like find a place for her to put her in jail.
Part of it is that his people are still mad, particularly Lord Karstark is still very upset that Jaime Lannister was not killed and then subsequently set free.
I'd be mad too. I mean, they killed his son.
So how
We'll
did you
see.
feel about Robb's quick moment?
It was fine for what it was, just like a quick little moment. I understand Robb and his anger when it comes to the fact that his mom let go Jaime Lannister. I mean, so may as well. I guess the punishment continues for however long, and it seems like an indefinite punishment for the time being. Just throw her in jail wherever we go. Along the way, we got to find a cell for her, no matter where we go. I mean, it was nice that Talisa tried to sympathize and kind of talk to Robb about it being his mom that you're imprisoning. But I mean, they shouldn't have let Jaime Lannister go. I feel like that was such a terrible decision.
But then we got the revolution that Sir Davos survived. He washed up upon an island, burnt to all hell. But we also learned his son did not survive. Pretty much no one else, it seemed, survived from that explosion. If they did, we don't know, because once again, Stannis didn't bother to go looking for any of his men. So anybody else that survived, good luck.
Basically, he was shocked when he showed up.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you were dead.
So he finds that pirate again and convinces the pirate to bring him to Stannis once more. When he arrives there, he throws down with the red woman, Melisandre.
He was ready to stab her to death.
And then Stannis took Lady Melisandre's side and threw Sir Davos in jail. But how'd you feel about Stannis, Melisandre, and Davos?
Well, I'm glad that Davos is alive. Well, I guess all of those people out there that were destroyed by the wildfire, he was like the one I was kind of concerned whether he would live or not. So it was nice to see he, at least for the time being, survived. Obviously, we won't know. Maybe it's not looking too good after he tried to murder Melisandre. Melisandre sounds like a weird character to read sometimes. Like sometimes she's like sometimes she's fine, sometimes she just like isn't. She's kind of like one of those characters where like some of her motivations seem unclear, especially with Stannis. I feel I guess Stannis is kind of just like whipped on the whole idea. Whatever she's selling, he's buying.
Yeah.
I don't know what Stannis's plans are. It seems like he doesn't have an army anymore. So
then across the narrow sea, we see Daenerys on the ship with her Dothraki, the first ever Dothraki to come on the poisoned water.
Yeah, they were not feeling it.
We also see her dragons, which have grown quite a bit since last we saw them. But they land on the shores of Astapor, which is a slave city of the east. And she is meeting with Master Krasnice, who owns 8,000 unsullied soldiers. She, upon Jorah's advice, is trying to broker a deal to get her army, which would be these 8,000 unsullied men. In this, she learns a little bit of backstory about how they condition these soldiers. These Unsullied are slaves, and clearly the slave masters don't really care about them as humans. Daenerys was a little bit unsettled by all of this and not quite at ease with the idea of owning a slave army, but Jorah tells her, like, well, if you are the owner, then at least you know they will be in better hands than in someone who won't just chop off their nipple for no reason.
I would hope. I would hope, honestly. I mean, if that's the bar. I mean, you know what I mean.
But then Daenerys spots a little girl who's just like playing ball, little slave girl, she presumes, and she goes to like play with this little girl. But psych, it's actually this like little warlock girl.
This little evil kid assassin
who tries to kill her with this like poisonous scorpion, but Sir Barristan Selmy saves the day and pledges his sword to her queen's guard. So, how did you feel about everything with Daenerys this episode?
I thought it was a really good setup for whatever her story arc is for this season. I enjoy Daenerys in the show. I'm curious about these Unsullied just because of their backstory, and I was a little unsettled by the fact that like they could just chop off their nipple and they just were fine. Like that's it's like this like an interesting aspect to the army, and that guy that is the leader of that army. I wasn't a big fan of him. I'm hoping his comeuppance comes soon. He just seems like he seems like another terrible individual. But I'm curious to see where they're going to go with this, especially now that we have another addition to the Daenerys squad, if you will. Could be kind of a rivalry between him and Jorah, because Jorah seems to be like, he seems like he's kind of reserved to the role of being like Daenerys's like bodyguard, right hand man kind of person. And seems like he's kind of try and step in on that a little bit, and he didn't seem he didn't seem to take too kind to that, having another addition to the squad. But yeah, that little kid assassin, that was a surprise. I wasn't, thought it was just a little nice little girl gonna throw a ball around. Daenerys is too friendly, I guess, and just I was, whatever.
With all of the storylines that they set up, what predictions do you have for the immediate future?
I imagine that Daenerys is going to get that army in one way or another. I don't know what the circumstances. I just feel like eventually she'll probably get that army in some shape or form. Whatever she has to do to get it, I don't know. Hopefully she doesn't have to like kill like 8,000 babies or whatever or whatever to get this army or condition this army. I don't know. Like certain ones that there wasn't too much left, too much on the table to see. I'm assuming with Jon Snow becoming a member of the Wildlings, maybe he'll end up helping fight some White Walkers and all them because they're out there. And the same with the Night's Watch, I guess, because they're kind of screwed. So I imagine that there's going to be some sort of big confrontation between everybody and the White Walkers just because they're out there coming towards them. I feel bad because I feel like Marjorie and all them are going to be like good, or she's going to attempt to be like a nice, noble person. And Joffrey and Cersei, more so Cersei, I guess, in this case, is going to try and ruin that. Just because it's the Lannisters. I don't really know where Arya's storyline's leading at, or Rob's really. I mean, they're kind of just like wandering around at the moment. I guess wherever the hell Theon is after he's been like, they beat him up and put a bag over his head. He's somewhere. And same with Bran, Rickon, and all them. They didn't really get too much either. So there's certain storylines we just are kind of hanging on. Yeah, that too. I feel like that's going to probably lead to something bad. I mean, I just don't trust Littlefinger. I never have, and I just feel uncomfortable around when it comes to whatever her stuff is with Littlefinger. I just feel like there's some sort of underlying bad situation going on between Littlefinger and Sansa, just because, we obviously already knew that Littlefinger had the hots for Catelyn and got rejected again. So it's like almost like, I don't know if it's maybe like she wants to get with, maybe he wants to like groom Sansa because he can't get Catelyn, or if it's like a groom Sansa because in revenge of Catelyn. So I don't know. That's at least how it comes off to me. At least their scenes when it comes to Littlefinger and Sansa.
For this episode particularly, who were your faves and least faves?
It's tough because like I don't really know if I really had too much like favorites in this episode, but I mean, I think John was actually pretty good in the beginning. You know, the stuff we got with him when it comes to the people in the wildlings. Marjorie was really nice. I mean, I was surprised at just how sweet she was when it comes to all that. So I would say that she was really great. Tyrion, of course, is great. I mean, it just sucks that he's kind of just getting, dragged through the mud. Gets no respect. Bronn and Tyrion are both really great. I think I like them every episode. I think it'd be hard for me to not like them both. Daenerys and Jorah, more so Daenerys, I guess. Daenerys had some good moments in this, even if she almost was murdered again.
Nice.
Everybody's just trying to kill Daenerys. It seems like in this damn show. Least favorites. As far as people in this episode, I thought that Tywin was actually the most ruthless. He was just borderline cruel to Tyrion.
He took what Cersei did last season when she just brought up like the mom and just like twisted it hard.
Yeah, and I would even say twist, like power drilled it into his heart. It was like,
he was way more ruthless than Cersei was about it.
That's what I mean. Like that's pretty. You know how bad that is when you take consideration how Cersei, how ruthless Cersei is, and like he was like a whole nother level of ruthless. Like I guess it kind of just runs in the family. It seems like, unfortunately.
Wow.
But I guess Tywin and Cersei. Cersei has to be a character. It's hard to ever like Cersei, but like she has some moments here, and it's weird because sometimes she'll have moments where she actually isn't that half bad, and then she just like doubles and triples down on being bad. So it's like, I kind of like you, and then like you like immediately rip it away with the next sentence.
She's on like a 3-episode streak of just being horrible. Like since episode 9 of season 2, she's just been horrible again, like really bad.
That's what I mean, and just the way that she just like death glares people, like giving the side eye, like that I don't know. Joffrey didn't really do anything too terrible this episode. He kind of just was like an awkward child,
just laughing at him because he's a fool.
Well, yeah, it was amusing because he's obviously hiding. He's hiding in his little cage, this little portable cage that has like little windows he can open and look at people through. And he just chose to not get out of there because he saw all those people hated him not that long ago. Also, the guy that owns all of the Unsullied, I would say,
Master Krasnus.
Yeah, he just seemed like a very uncomfortable, weird kind of just bad individual.
Insulting them already, telling him he smells a piss, calling her a whore.
Straight up cutting that guy's nipple off.
Right. Well, that was our reaction and review for Season 3, Episode 1, Valar Dohaeris. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on all of my latest videos, including each and every one of our Game of Thrones reactions. Also, make sure that you are following and subscribed to Tyler. So Tyler, go ahead and let them know where to find you.
If you just search up my name that you see on the screen down below, you can find my channel. I talk about reviews, movies, all that stuff on the channel over there. And, Twitter and Instagram at Tyler Calvert. I also forgot to mention in my least favorites, Littlefinger. I just remembered I didn't add Littlefinger. I almost forget. I almost forgot to add him to it. But yeah, all that stuff is where you can find me.
Perfect. And make sure to leave a comment down below. What did you think of the Season 3 premiere? Did you like it? Is it one of your favorite premieres from the series or not? Let us know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit either one of us up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.